If you're like me and you love the great outdoors, fishing, hunting, boating, surfing, hiking, you're gonna love the entire Quickie Outdoor Kitchen. From the spectacular Pacific coast of California to New York's Niagara Falls. There are so many beautiful places across America to enjoy the Quickie Outdoor Kitchen. The amazing Florida Everglades, breathtaking Hubbard Glacier in Alaska, the amazing Crater Lake in Oregon. The Quickie Outdoor Kitchen is simply the best way I know to enjoy a great meal in the great outdoors.
So we're here in my favorite place, the great outdoors, and I'm so excited to see what we can do with the Quickie here.
Well, today I went out this morning, of course, did a little fishing, and I caught a couple of these nice rainbow trout.
So proud of you.
Awesome, and we're gonna cook these up fresh. Now, the great thing about the Quickie Pan is we have the outdoor burner also available. So here's a real cool thing, especially if you're camping, if you're on a boat, if you're gonna be doing any outdoor cooking. This has a really cool feature here. Now, you're just gonna take your butane can, like so, and of course you can buy these just almost anywhere. You put it inside, like so. I'm just gonna lower that. That locks that into place.
Yeah.
So that that's not gonna leak. You're not gonna have any gas pouring out. Once that's locked in, it's ready to go. So here, now I'm gonna put this on, and I'll tell you what, if you are a fisherman, whether it's trout or bass, or if you're out in the middle of the ocean fishing and catching halibut or dorado, that's mahi-mahi or whatnot, this is such a wonderful thing you can cook wherever you are. Now, first thing I'm gonna do though, is start off, and now here's the thing, it's up to you if you wanna use oil or not. I like to use just a little bit of oil, just to give us also a nice crispiness on that fish and a little bit of flavor. If you don't want oil, if you're trying to cut that, that's fine. You can even use butter, like if, a lot of French recipes, they use butter instead of oil, or both. So let me just put some onions in here and peppers, okay? And then we're gonna just start off and sort of get these nice and caramelized, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I always like to start this off. I'm gonna close that, and that's just gonna cook that real nice and fast. Give that little thing, shake up around like that, and let that cook.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
So what I have over here is some frozen cod. It's nicely seasoned. So if we're not as lucky as you and can't go fishing when we wake up in the morning, then we can just have a frozen option. So let's see how easy this is to use. There we go.
It's on.
Success. It wasn't that hard. Okay, so we'll open her up. See, me, because I'm doing the ultra healthy version, I'm not putting any butter or oil down because I just don't need it. This in.
Mm-hmm. And that's an already just ready to go out of the packet, real simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can take that, put it in there, and just cook that on the picnic table. If you're having like a family picnic or people around, even if you're at a park, you know, a lot of times we get together at a park and for parties, quinceañeras, things like that. It's always fun.
So if we're doing a little party outside, I can just pretend that I went fishing early morning like you.
That's right.
I tell my guests to come just a little bit later. I've already got the fish prepared. So we'll just shut it, let it start cooking.
Right. And remember, when you shut that, what that's going to do is that's going to actually steam the fish while it's searing the outside.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we can go from frozen to fabulous in about
4 minutes.
4 minutes, 5 minutes either way. Yeah.
A little longer with the fish, maybe.
Yeah, if you're doing that. Okay, so now I've just started these off, and I've just sort of started a nice little sear. You can see my pan here. And these are just starting to sweat. So before they get completely cooked, I just like to always start off peppers and onions first, because I personally like to sweat them down. Now, from here, I'm just gonna take my fish, okay, and put this inside here. There's one right there.
And because it's 12 inches, it actually fits the whole fish.
That's
inside,
right,
so
it'll fish it. I'm gonna
beautiful.
just move these over here to this side.
Don't have to worry about the fish hanging out the sides.
That's right there, right. And this is a 12-inch pan, so there you go. And let me just put this guy in this way here.
Wow, they both fit in so easily.
They both fit in there, and that's okay if that tail, that'll just lock right in there. I'm gonna close this and just let the Quickie Pan do all the work from there.
That's amazing that you can just seal it in like that.
And what's nice here too is if you have anything, put that little piece of onion back in there, is you can always give it a little bit of slide like that too.
Yeah,
without having to open it up. Yeah, just to sort of mix it around.
It's really sealing on all the flavors.
And we're gonna let that cook, and while that's searing the side, it's also steaming that trout in there, so you're gonna get all the flavor.
So you don't have to worry about having raw fish in the middle.
Yeah, and the cool thing is too, you know what I forgot? I forgot to add salt and pepper. So it's okay. Just open this up. This way you can just add things in here. Don't forget to salt and pepper that. Right.
Yeah.
That's really important for that fish flavor. Pack that on there right there.
I already did all my preparing earlier, so my fish is good to go.
Here's a little bit of salt. Here's a little bit of pepper on there. Let me pepper that guy up. Okay. And then we'll flip it over, and I'm going to salt and pepper the other side as well.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. You don't have to worry about actually turning it over.
There you go. Okay.
Just flip it and it's
and
done.
let's let that cook, and then yours should be about what? How you doing over here? About ready to flip?
It seems pretty good. Should I keep it on this high setting or should I turn it down? Because there's a lot of different settings here.
Yeah, you know, it depends on what you're cooking. If it takes longer to cook in the middle, turn it down to say a medium setting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it to the medium
If you want to
setting
get
now.
like a really hot pan and sear a steak, then use it on the high setting.
Okay, brilliant. So I think I'm gonna turn it over
Yeah,
now.
flip it over. Yep.
My favorite part.
Okay.
There we go.
And you
Beautiful.
can have a look, open it up, and just see how it's looking. Just to kind of eyeball it.
Oh yeah.
There you
Yeah, nicely defrosted. All the flavors are simmering in there nicely.
And that's the great thing too, is because it's a pan and a pan, 2 pans, you could flip it, flip it, flip it, so you don't burn one side while it's still cold in the middle.
Yeah.
That way you can kind of just keep cooking it nice and evenly, especially if you're
Yeah.
cooking in an outdoor setting on an open flame.
Yeah, this is brilliant.
And you can also, remember, use this on a barbecue as well.
Really?
Right on top of a barbecue, right. So if you don't have your gas burner, this is fine. Stick it right on top of a barbecue.
That's
on a
so
charcoal
handy.
grill, on a gas oven, that's fine.
It's so versatile.
Right, and then you can also flip it. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and flip mine over.
Because it's heavy duty, isn't it? It has the heavy duty die cast aluminium.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or in America we say aluminum.
Aluminium to me.
That's all right. And then here, let me flip this over and kind of see. Now you can see already this is just starting to brown a little bit.
It's looking
I've got
and
my peppers,
smelling.
my onions. I'm gonna go ahead and just move these peppers around there. You can stuff them if you want. Start stuffing those inside
That's looking and
that
smelling
fish
so
like
good.
so. See there, that's always a really cool thing. So again, you're allowed, this allows you to open it up, go back, make little adjustments. This, I'm gonna salt and pepper this side over here. Okay, salt that, maybe get a little pat on there. Okay.
And because it is sealed with this, I feel like the flavor of the vegetables that you're putting with it, it's going to make it even stronger because you're not letting all those flavors out.
That's right, correct, right. And it is also, instead of all the steam just going up into the atmosphere, it's locking inside. So it's gonna cook that fish inside while it sears the outside. Now let me just lock this and we're gonna just keep letting that cook. Again, every once in a while if you want, just give that a little shake and keep that stirred fresh, okay? And now remember, if you were out on your boat,
This looks so good.
look at that, that is looking great.
It smells amazing.
Right. If you have a boat or you're camping or maybe an RV, and this is such a great cooking system here for outdoors. I mean, whether you're up hiking somewhere, maybe you've got some steaks of venison or elk, this way you can cook it right wherever you are.
Fresh.
Yeah, fresh. You don't need electricity. All you need is a little space and just the will to cook and a good appetite.
All you need is just a little space for a quickie.
Don't forget this, if you're cooking outdoors, you can see we've got some flies around here. It keeps the bugs out of your food.
That's very handy in Australia because we have a lot of flies there in the outback. So this would be perfect. Yeah, we're always doing the fly dance in Australia, always.
Right. And also when you go to plate this too, there is also the lid that you can put on top and that'll
yeah.
keep the flies out and also keep the heat locked in.
We need that.
Right. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Let me just kind of open this up and that's coming along so nice there.
I can't wait to try that.
Let that cook a little bit. Oh, that's right, because you are a pescatarian.
I am,
correct?
so I do love my fish.
So you eat fish.
Yep.
Just not land.
No.
All right. Okay. So let me just go ahead and flip this guy over here. Okay. I'm gonna let that cook on that side, and again, keep flipping until it's ready to go. How's yours looking?
It's looking good. Look at all those juices coming out too.
Ooh, that's looking fantastic.
It does.
A little bit
Cannot wait to
longer
try
there,
it.
and that's gonna be ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah, and I never know how to cook fish either. I feel like fish is something at home that I really struggle with cooking because I never know if it's cooked enough, if it's even, if I need it in longer or less amount of time.
Well, what's nice though is if you want to check your fish, there's a really easy way. Is you can kind of come here and just sort of press on that, and if that starts to see how that just starts to fall apart there.
Oh yeah,
and
it's juicy.
If that, then that's about ready to go. right?
Okay.
So this is almost ready to go here. I'm just gonna move these around here, okay? And these are just looking fantastic. There you go. And again, don't worry. if you need more time, you can open this up, move things around. I'm gonna grab these little onions that fell out there.
Yeah, it's nice that it has this little catcher here, so you're not going to lose anything on the ground.
That's right.
So if you're not a chef like me and you don't really know what to do with your quickie, here's an amazing cookbook. It has all the recipes that we've been cooking with. I personally love the lemon salmon. So you can check this out. We have, what, 50 recipes in here?
Yeah, in the quickie cookbook, you're gonna get 50 recipes. It'll show you different flavors from, gosh, homemade pizzas to, cooked fish, to desserts.
That makes it so handy because I'm not like you. I don't know how to just whip up a meal. So if I have a little cookbook with my quickie, then that'll make life so much easier.
Okay. I think this is about done here. So let me just turn mine off. I don't know if you want to turn yours off too. And remember, when you turn it off, pull that lever up right there. And that way that shuts off the canister.
Okay.
So there's no more gas. There's nothing leaking. It's totally done cooking. And here we go.
So we're ready for the big reveal?
Mine first. Here, how about this? Look at that.
Oh, that looks divine.
Ta-da! From the stream right to the quickie pan. I mean, that is so good. Peppers and onions and all that flavor. A little bit of oil just gave me that nice sort of crispy skin on there that I love.
Yum.
Just so good. Okay, let me close
Cannot
this.
wait
I'm
to
gonna
get
keep that
into
nice and warm. Okay.
And this is straight from the freezer to the pan. Fresh.
Wow.
This looks really good too, though.
Oh my gosh. That
I'm
looks like
quite
as good as
impressed.
mine. I don't know which one I'd rather eat.
I have to give it to you.
All right, either
That's
way.
pretty impressive.
Well, bon appetit here. You want to just plate that up and let's get to eating.
Yes.
All right.
My favorite part. So let's compare them. Whose looks better?
I'll tell you what, I mean, there is nothing wrong with that plate there, but there's something so satisfying about catching a fish yourself and cooking it that same day. You know where it came from. It is your catch, and it always tastes better. I tell you, when you prepare yourself.
I have to give it to him. Yeah, he did a good job. But in case you don't have time to go catch a fish in the morning to have for lunch, there's also the frozen version. So this might not be fresh out of the stream. It is fresh out of a freezer, though. So let's give it a shot. Oh my goodness.
Is that good? Because of the way the quickie pan traps in all of that moisture and all that heat, it is just perfect for cooking fish. So if you're afraid of cooking fish, try the quickie pan and you won't go wrong. You'll love it.
I'm not afraid of fish anymore. We provide the finest kitchen products in the world. If you are not fully satisfied for any reason, just return your quickie pan within 60 days for a full refund. So click the Shop Now button and get your very own quickie copper pan.
I'm gonna do quesadillas.
I love quesadillas.
You're gonna do...
I'm gonna do some Hot Pockets, and they're frozen, so we'll see how quickly we can defrost them and cook them.
Why don't you start with yours?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So I've already got the pan nice and hot. Open her up.
Uh-huh.
We don't need to add anything, no butter, no oil, it's just au naturel.
Yep. And you don't need, most importantly, a microwave.
I feel like that was a trick question.
No, a microwave.
So simple.
Yeah.
Obviously, we do not need a microwave when we're out camping.
That's right, because that's gonna steam. Remember, you're gonna encapsulate all that heat in there. It's gonna cook it about the same time as a microwave, but better.
And that's what I love. You can get your food cooked as quick as a microwave, but you're not nuking it and losing all your nutritional value.
Correct. Okay, now quesadillas. Everybody loves quesadillas. If you've never made them at home, it is so easy. All you really need are tortillas and cheese. You can add everything, whatever else you want inside of it. So what I'm gonna do, normally when you do quesadilla, they fold it, because you have to flip it. Because you have this pan that you can just flip the whole thing, all I'm gonna do is just add some cheese inside of here. I'm gonna be real generous with that cheese.
Because in the past, when I've been cooking quesadillas at home, you have to do the half quesadilla and then you have to flip it and hope that both sides are evenly cooked, and then maybe you've forgotten about one side and it ends up burning. It's a bit of a disaster.
Correct. And then here, now I'm just gonna add some tomatoes in here, just so that add a little bit of color and just a little bit of that nice tomato taste in there.
Add some nutrition to your quesadilla.
That's it. And then I'm going to just take the top and put it on and close that. And not only is it gonna get the bottom nice and crispy, it's gonna melt the cheese evenly.
Beautiful.
Isn't that great?
So let's check on mine.